Hey partners, it's TodayIGrewUP, and I want to show you the aftermath of making Home Alone 2 live action traps. I was up here till almost 3:30 in the morning creating this video. I think it took about 8 hours of filming. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was just literally a lot of work. I used drills and tape and glue gun, and I repurposed things from last year. It's this metal bar that hits him in the face. I used the original paint cans that I used in Home Alone 1 live action that I made years ago. So that was really cool. I gutted some of the floors out of the dollhouse. This is a 2001 townhome made by Fisher Price. And it even had some lights that were working, like a doorbell. The door's already been destroyed many times during the shoot, but this is the aftermath footage. I put a big black sheet for the backdrop to give it the illusion of nighttime, and to kind of give behind the windows, I wanted it to be black so that you can't really tell it's a dollhouse in a garage, basically. And the exterior shots, there was some burn damage from the fire of the rope scene, so it did burn up pretty bad. But other than that, I didn't light the garage on fire, so that was probably most important. During this whole filming process, I spilled a lot of flour. As you know, it's supposed to be like cement or something, but I used flour to achieve that illusion. And then over here, you can tell it's a leftover of those scenes of the green slime. And this is just poster board that looks like wood. And then there's a little flour or cement bag. And then here we have all the stuff I use, like a table saw, more tripods, duct tape. I didn't actually use fishing line in this. Thought I was, but I didn't. Little miniature tools and ladders that I found at Michael's craft store. And then some paints, because there's a lot of paints cans that fall on them. I repurposed this staircase. This was custom made for me on Etsy shop, and I broke this a lot and reused it for Home Alone traps, and then now repurposed it for Home Alone 2 traps, because it seems like every Home Alone movie there's a staircase where crazy things happen. So I kind of prop it up, and it's made out of real wood, so that worked out really well for me, considering I broke it and then fixed it a bunch of times. And then I used fake snow. This is kind of like this filling stuff that you use for like pillows or stuffed animals. Use that as snow. And so yeah, basically I want to give a shout out to Boogie Figs. He's sponsored this video. If you don't know Boogie Figs, he makes these action figures. And they're really highly detailed. Without Boogie Figs making these custom action figures for me of Kevin McAllister and the Wet and Sticky Bandits here, Harry and Marv, I would not have a live action Home Alone 2 video like this. So I want to shout out to Boogie Figs. Go find him on Instagram. Go add him. Follow him on there. He's an amazing dude, and he makes some really amazing custom figures. So anyways, yeah, that was basically it. I want to give you a little tour of my craziness. And the funny thing is, this actually had a toilet, and I put water in it, and that was perfect. It even had a mirror on here. So this dollhouse worked exactly how I needed it to. And there's a lot of things that I had that were extra that I can remove or move around, or I put a black background to make it look like a different room. So there's a lot of tricks that I use to make this house work for me. So I made some slime last night, mixed it up from a science kit. This is the slime that I used for the live action scenes. There's a lot of slime, I guess, in Home Alone 2. It's like this stuff that they use in construction. This kit's called the Rainbow Slimy Gloop. So it worked out really well. It comes with other colors, but I just needed green to do the slime. I wanted to show you here, Marv actually has some nose damage. So because I threw him around so many times, he does have a little paint chipping on his nose area because they fell flat on their face many times. Other than that, though, he survived. There's little things I need to clean up on him. Maybe a little paint scuff here or there, but he survived, and I threw him around a lot. So I definitely sacrificed the figures for this. Kevin's untouched. He didn't really get thrown around because he was in my live action, so he's good. And Harry has the same nose damage. So I face planted him many times and lit him on fire. So he did burn, actually, a little bit. And For being burned and thrown, and probably the worst damage out of all of them, his nose damage is not as bad as I think. I do have a swappable head for him, so I'm okay, but maybe I can repaint that. But basically, I just had nose damage for those figures. But other than that, yeah, like I said, getting lit on fire and thrown around, I'm actually very impressed they survived. So if you haven't already, go check out live action Home Alone 2. It is on the link in the description of this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this behind the scenes, and I'll see you guys on the next video review.
Oops.
Don't you know a kid always wins against two idiots?